So welcome along guys to the painting extravaganza. So we've got the drawing all ready and we've got Big Brian appearing on the stage. So a big round-ended brush, great for getting a lot of paint on and water quickly, and that's what we need. So pick up a little bit of water, not too much, don't want to soak the place. Big Brian can't swim very well. We're just going to drag some water across the fence and across the bucket as well. But we've just got a few lines, not totally soaked. Lemon yellow, beautifully mixed, even if I say so myself. And just dragged across from high left to lower right. Cad orange, drop some of that into the scene. Into the lemon yellow, it'll blend and bleed really nicely. And royal blue as well. So just going around the bucket a little bit, it will bleed into it, but we're keeping the shadows to the right hand side. Then let's get back in there. Big Brian, throw in cad orange around. Just letting it drop on and bleed. Absolutely perfect. This is the beauty of Loose Watercolours. It just does it for you. Just have the confidence in the process and just leave it to do its own thing. Sap green. Again, just dabbed on, no real big brush strokes there, and just let that float about. And little mini Dave, great little guy, dancing about like no tomorrow. He's part of the loose gang brushes. Well, guys I always use, the go-to guys. So we've just got a little bit of water on for a start, just to get the area wetted and moistened up. And then we're going in with royal blue. Just over the top of the flowers there. And mauve as well, just dropping that in. This is all to start to build up the shape and tones of the flowers, of the lavender or the lilac, whatever you want to call it. So it's still hard at work. Got a mix of royal blue and sap green now to introduce some leaves and stems. We'll start just at the top of the bucket there. Now again, don't worry if it bleeds, it will do, and that's the whole nature of the style. And sap green as well, just to build up the stems. So concentrate on those just to get the form there. And then a few little dabs of greenery at the top. It will look far more healthy the more we apply. Royal blue now, just thicker florals. Same with mauve, just dropping that on. Cad orange and royal blue mixed, just trying to build a sort of rusty type of tone for the top of the bucket. So this is certainly not a plastic bucket, no. It's made of the finest titanium, but it's rusted a bit. So it just gives it that antique look, that old feel, and that's what we're after. A little bit of royal blue. And just drag this down the bucket, and dragging it down in quite a shabby way. And again, we're always thinking, how can we build up the texture and the feel of the object? And obviously this being the bucket, that's what we're trying to think, how would we depict that? Royal blue, sap green. I'm going to get the background on now, so we just want plenty of this on. I'm just keeping away from the top of the florals for the time being, and then we'll gently ease our way to get closer to that. Ultramarine blue. And sap green. So the nearer we are to the flowers at the top, we just want to pull that shape round and leave some untouched paper to allow the light just to bounce off the top of the arrangement there. So Mini Dave's ideal for this. We just spin him round. He gets a bit dizzy, but when he stopped being dizzy, get him painting again. We use the thin end of the brush, and that really will just get into those nooks and crannies and carve out the shape. Cerulean green there, just thrown in. And guess what we're building now, guys? Have a guess. Answers on a postcard, if you can find a postcard. So these are the long lines of the gaps between the fence posts, or the actual main parts of the fence. So we're looking through, imagine we're looking through, and then the lighter spaces that are left, they are the actual fence panels individually. We shape around the bucket. And again, they don't have to be dead straight, it's better if they're not. Just gently building that up. And if you're not sure where the posts go, just put a few down and build it up gradually when you get a feel for where the posts need to go, i.e. do they chop through the leaves at the bottom where the greenery is? I just there, we put little suggestions of the posts there, or the gaps in between, and then we can easily run leaves over the top there. So going well, guys, and guess who's just arrived on the scene? The fabulous Miss Rigger. There she is, just with a bit of water on today. It's not been raining, but she's just dabbing a bit of water on just to give a bit more movement to the background there. And Miss Rigger's one of our fabulous loose gang. So if you need the brushes, just click on the link in the top right, and that should take you over there. And Mini Dave, he's part of them as well. One big happy family of brushes that I use all the time. Cad orange, sap green. Just dropping that on, just building the shape. The angle of the brush is quite important. So I'm not going up and down, left and right, I'm just carving this backwards in a little arc, a little curve going low to high, bringing that in. And These leaves will be in front of the bucket, so we can just drape a few over, more on the left. We don't want to overstretch the leaves just for the sake of getting them in front of the bucket. Again, notice how the paint, we scroll it down to draw down the leaves to get that fuller shape. A little bit of royal blue now, sorry, ultramarine blue, just dropped in. Again, this is more towards the outside edge of the foliage. And we're always think about it, you're trying to frame the actual interest of the image, which is the bucket and the flowers. A few lines as well, because there's going to be a few stems in there. And a nice big shadow with ultramarine blue. Just go around the right hand side of the bucket just to get the shadow cast onto the fence. And a bit underneath as well, why not? Let's make a day of it. Underneath shadow day, let's call it that. So you're going well, loving your work, it's looking excellent. And the loose gang are as well, they love it as well. They're always out and about painting. A little bit of Peroline green now, just quite dark. Just dropping this into the mix at the top. Again, notice the angle of the brush, left and right, little lines. That's what we build up. And a bit of ultramarine blue mixed in there as well, just combining the two, get a nice dark tone. And there's Miss Rigger as well. Guess what Miss Rigger's going to do? Exactly, miracles with a little bit of thick royal blue. So if you'd like to see far more of these videos fully narrated all the way through, please drop on to loosewatercolours.com, my maiden site, where we've got well over 400 videos on there now. There's a lot on there that keep you going and really get you honed in on this way of painting. So if you enjoy this, have a think about that, and just pop on the link at the end of the video there. We've got a little bit of cad orange mixed with mauve just to drop under the rim of the bucket, so just giving that shape. Again, notice how liquid the paint is. A bit more rust. You can never have too much rust on a authentic old scene like this. Just bringing that down gently. So I'm not sure how we're getting the coal to the fireplace, because the bucket's obviously been filled with fabulous flowers. Maybe I'll have to juggle coal, maybe 3 pieces of coal, I'll juggle them, and that will get them to the fireplace. But I think it's well worth it for a fun, enjoyable time painting in our loose style. So a few little darker tones there just to get the string that's holding the bucket in place. And notice how I build the line up, it's just gently applied. It's not one big swoop hoping for the best. No, I tap a little bit down, move away, reline the brush and get back in there. A little bit of splatter time with Miss Rigger. Fabulous brush for this. She springs back into action. As soon as the splatter's done, she's ready again. She's full on party brush. A little bit of mauve as well. a little bit of ultramarine and Cowlet orange. We're just adding a firmer lines just to darken the sides to try and emphasize the light there. So just drag that down. And on the right hand side as well. So almost done, guys. You've done a fabulous job. Well done, and keep painting loose. I'll catch you again very, very soon. So please subscribe to my website if you'd love to learn more by clicking on the link to the memberships group, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel to help me produce lots more of this for you to enjoy.